Hi, it's Nathan Wexler. I just wanted to go through some Revit add-on tools, a suite of tools which I've developed of late. These view tools for creating, managing, and batch create edit plan and sheet views. I think it saves a major amount of time, especially in the setting up of the model. There's also particular form dialog saving of pre-selected values on a per model basis, which again saves a lot of time when you don't need to reset any of the settings when you're using any of the dialogues in these suite of tools. There's also searching and yeah, like I said, batch editing and creation is of a major benefit of use and productivity. So the first tool in this suite of tools is the Plan Manager. So the Plan Manager is used to batch create a full set of floor plans for multi-service disciplines. We can filter the levels that we want to work on and show dependent views. We add plans and dependent views as a framework and then run the build, and then it goes and creates however many number of plans. Now if it's a large project, anything above 10 floors or more, with multi disciplines, it could be up in the range of 1500 views, including dependent views for each zones in the building that need to be created. Well, this tool can do that in maybe a couple of clicks and 10 to 20 minutes max, versus if you were to do that manually, it could take up to 2 days of work, which basically means that it's set up in a fraction of the time, and engineers can get into the model and work on the model 2 days before at least, to get in and get the work done to make deadlines and keep the project on track and on budget. So I think it's very valuable, and it literally just takes a couple of quick clicks. The way it is able to do this is with a settings configuration for each Revit model that is created in a DB file that sits next to the Revit model. These are the default settings that get created when the settings file is made. So an architectural, this will be a name of a level on the architectural. When we create the list of plans for each level, it'll be a-architectural level, whatever the level name is. It'll use this template and create this type of floor plan. Coordination, there's Builders Works, which uses the Builders Works template. It's a floor plan. Coordination uses the coordination template, so it shows all the services and predetermined view template configuration. And the RCP plan. Mechanical, there's a HVAC. Electrical, there's electrical, lighting, power and comms, and security. So they're all are built if they're selected for each level. Hydraulics, drainage, and water and gas plans. Fire has dry fire, fire sprinkler, hydrant and hose drills. So there's quite a number of plans that need to be created for each level of the building, and then for each area of the building, scope plans, which are dependent off the main plan. So these configurations can be edited per client, per model, per year, or view template configuration. It's very configurable, these settings. So basically you don't have to really do much. If those are all that's required, you just go add all the plans, and then we can see here that each item for each level. So level 5 has got a builder's work, and it's got the zones, it's got the coordination, it's got the RCP for every level that's in the building. Mechanical, electrical, we have all the security, power, lighting. It hasn't built the plans yet, but it's just set the template up. So now all we need to do is run the build. 280 views, which are being created as we speak. Even 280 views could take a day of someone's time to go through and create. This does it in a matter of minutes. All filed. Lighting, electrical combined, lighting, power, comms, mechanical. So 280 views. You know, usually it could take a couple of minutes to create one view and rename it properly. This in a couple of minutes has created 280 views, so it's a pretty big time saving. And so once it has built it, it goes through and adds those floor plans, and now we can see that we have drainage, and we have one for each zone in the building. So now we can see that architectural, coordination, mechanical, with all their icons as well. So there's icons, and the user interface has been upgraded with this, so we can see that there are electrical plans, hydraulic, and fire. So the main area to use this tool is at the beginning of the project, as you can see, you know, to create all the plans in the model very quickly. We can also edit, batch edit. So if we wanted to select, we can show dependent views, and it will show all the dependent views as well, or not. So if we wanted to rename all these views to uppercase and apply changes, and now all these views are named with uppercase, whereas so depending on what we select in here, we can then edit. So if we wanted to change the scope box for these items to overall and change their scale to 20, and now we've just gone through and made those changes in a fraction of the time, 1 to 20 scope box overall. So the batch edit, which can be accessed from here to edit all the views. See those ones that are uppercase, we can now rename those back to sentence case. So now in fire, no, it's played up a bit now. So anyway, once that has been created, then there's also a buildings palette, which allows us to look single discipline or multi-discipline as a new and improved browser, you could say. So now we've got it on a single discipline for 5 levels of the building. We could change that to say, okay, well, we only want to work on levels 2 and 3. So now we're looking at mechanical discipline for levels 2 and 3. We can change the way that looks by a flat view, so we're just looking at the views. We can show the dependents or not. We can say, let's look at the levels. Let's look at levels with RLs. Let's look at it per discipline. So now if we move from single discipline to multi-discipline, we can say, show me hydraulic and and mechanical for levels 1 and 2. And we can even search in here and say, just show me 3. And so now we're only seeing levels 3 in levels for mechanical. So we can add all disciplines. So now we're looking at level 3 for all disciplines. And we can even go back to all levels. So if we wanted to just see RCP, then we can quickly find RCP levels. What we can also do is we can say we want to look at some favourites. So we want to say that's a favourite, and that level 4 is a favourite. Coordination level 4 is a favourite. And then they'll show up as yellow, meaning that they're part of our favourites. And then when we click on favourites, we've got a narrowed down list of what we want to work with. Yeah, just quite powerful, rather than looking through and trying to find levels in the project browser, which can easily, on a big project, be quite easily to get lost in just all the hierarchy of whatnot. At least with the buildings viewer, it's pretty concise of what we're looking. So the intention is to build this up to make it so we can filter by 3D views, sections, and maybe even schedules. Same thing here is we can edit just what we see. So if we wanted to change the scope boxes of all these to be overall, it's just a matter of doing that. And if we wanted to rename everything that was here and have like a suffix of sketch, SK, so we want them to be a prefix. Got to select them all first. And then apply. Now all those views have a SK prefix. And same if SK, do a search and we find those views. So very powerful, and just a more concise way of working with views that is more productive and user friendly.